Okay guys, welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters San Jose qualifiers as we now find ourselves in the round of 4, which means one of these players is moving on to stage 2, and it's going to be Deemo versus Schnitzel.
It is another TvT coming down here, starting on Deadwing, a nice big map. I'm of course Matters, with me is Claris, and well, Claris, we've seen some of Deemo already going up against Poke Bunny, able to beat him in the round of 8. And he did a fairly good job there, lost the first game, maybe being a bit overconfident. Game number 2 just won solidly. Game number 3, very funky stuff coming down, as TvT can sometimes lead to. What are your hopes, what are your dreams in this series?
I like Deemo's defensive style. I like watching him just play out his triple command center play, because technically if he can get away with it, he's going to be in a really good spot. And on Deadwing, a map like this, there's no reason why he wouldn't go to the triple command center play. So... and then Schnitzel on the other side of things, we haven't actually seen any of his games from any of these qualifiers, so I don't really know how he's going to play this.
We do know that he's taken on some pretty hardcore people, though. If I take a look back through his adventures through this bracket, he took out Gosu User in the round of 8, so no easy feat. He took out State before that, Gemini in the round before that, and he had a bye in the first round. So, yeah, he took out some pretty solid people to get here. Yeah. He's... I want to say done quite well in the previous qualifiers. I know we didn't cast any of his games, but I believe he did fairly well there as well. But we are loading it now into Deadwing, so a nice big map, unless, of course, we get them go, hey, it's a big map, let's go rush, which is always a possibility.
Well, we could even see a command center first if Poke Bunny's games were everything to go by. But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Deemo go for a Reaper start here and then play out from there. But anyway, let's get into things. Game at number 1 of our final series of the night, as we find out who is going to be moving on to the round of 4. The lower bracket, the lower half of the bracket is still continuing on, and the second round of 4 series will obviously be covered by our lovely partners, Mr. Base Trade TV, covering some of this qualifier as well. But for now, spawning up to the top right-hand corner is our green Terran. It is Deemo, and down to the bottom right, it is our red Terran. It is Schnitzel.
His name has been ruined for me because you told me what Schnitzel is now.
What else would you expect it to be? If you weren't a German, what would Schnitzel? What would you think it is?
A breed of dog.
Because
there's a breed of dog that has a name like a Schnitzel, isn't it?
That's actually not too bad. I could see that. I could see that.
There's something like a Schnitzel, isn't there? Like as a name of a dog.
Like a dachshund or something?
I can't think what it's like. Someone will know. If someone knows, tweet it to me. It's something. It sounds like a Schnitzel or something like that.
Jesus, I mean...
like there is definitely something. I'm not imagining this. I'm not crazy. It's only what, like, just gone 3 AM here. My brain's still working enough to remember this, but not enough to actually know it.
I'm trying to think what kind of dog. Like... No, I've got nothing, man.
No, there is definitely a type of dog that sounds a bit like a Schnitzel.
I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think hard. You're going to Google. I know you are. But anyway. All right. So, Deemo, with his gas on the way as well, can have a Reaper on the way after this in just a little bit.
A Schnauzer.
Okay, yeah.
Schnauzer and Schnitzel are kind of similar-ish. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I get you. That can work.
Not breaded meat, as you so eloquently sold it to me in the previous series.
Dude, it's all right, man. I mean... It's okay. I imagine for Paralympians, probably not exactly the best of food, but all right.
I don't know. Depends how good the meat is.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, in terms of opening, we have got some pretty funky stuff. It was a gas first from Schnitzel. From Deemo, he went for the barracks first, so he's going to be pumping out some Marines. Marines coming out from Schnitzel as well. Meanwhile, the SCV fight to the bitter end. Or not to the bitter end, they just duke it out and then run away. But still, normal stuff.
In the end, I'm a little bit surprised by how slow we're seeing this game play out. I'm surprised. Of course,
it is only like 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah,
I'd be quite shocked
Reaper.
if it was over.
There being no Reaper, you know, like I didn't mind the idea of it as well, but so like Deemo kind of accommodated for that by sending out the SCV. But I did like the Reaper opening from him in the previous series against Poke Bunny. But it's going to be double gas, so you know there is an opportunity here for Deemo to kind of ramp things up again in terms of speed and get a Banshee out with Cloak and try and put on some pressure. Schnitzel, on the other hand, looks like we might see him going for his own little Banshee as well.
We should do. I'm interested to see whether... Okay, we are going to get the Banshee from Deemo. That is cool. Part of me was sitting there wondering if we might get the medevac, but no, not going to be jumping into there. There will be a small advantage in terms of the timing for Schnitzel, because he did go for the gas first. He's also adding in a mine. That's always really solid, just in case there's any poking and prodding up at the front. But yeah, Banshees definitely coming from Schnitzel. Will we get a Raven coming down, though, from Deemo?
That Hellion, unfortunately, went the wrong way, so can't even get in there before that barracks lands.
My money's on Raven. But no cloak coming on down, actually. This is quite interesting.
Yeah, his the build that was going on for Schnitzel, I think, with that second gas, it wasn't quick enough to actually get the gas, the cloak going, like at the particular time that he really wanted it to. But yeah, Raven on the way for Deemo, which is cool, because again, I like his defensive play, so he has the opportunity here to get the Raven out, get the Viking out, and then from then on, have a third command center if he would like to have it with this, which he normally does. Who scanned? Okay, it was Deemo. Okay, so he sees the fact that the Banshee, or at least the tech lab, was on there. Something was already done, but Cloak wasn't being researched.
Yep. That's the important thing for him, is that he didn't see Cloak coming on through. Obviously, the Raven is still going to have utility after that, but it's not really essential at this stage.
Yep.
It's quite unusual not to get Cloak, actually, if you're going for those Banshees in TvT. So, interesting stuff here from Schnitzel. One Marine dies. Pays the price for being quite so close to the edge. But, of course, once the Viking's out, that Banshee's not really going to be doing anything.
I'm going to try and find some room on this right-hand side to get towards this mineral line, but as the same Viking about to pop out, so should be fine. But actually, of all things, Schnitzel is the one that tries to seize the advantage with the double command center being produced here. So please, Viking, do not let that get away. Thank you. So it's going to be a more economical opening here from Schnitzel than it is for Deemo.
I'm surprised Deemo hasn't chucked down the third command center yet.
Yeah. I mean, he has the money.
There we go. Both of them favoring this super quick third CC.
Yeah, as I say, in TvT, I mean, this series could go long, like especially with the opening map being Deadwing and both of them opening up with triple CC. So, but at the same time, Marine's already moving out here for Deemo. Wow, he's getting. So, what does he really have with him? Not even a siege tank.
And there is a siege tank out for Schnitzel, so with that siege tank in position, that'll be nice. Unfortunately, the mine actually there for Schnitzel, not quite over enough to detonate on those Marines. That would have really shut down this push instantly. But yeah, Watchtower being held at the moment. Nothing too crazy going on yet. And I agree with you, Klaus. This game could end up going quite long.
Love the supply depot on the right-hand side. Because not only is it actually up there to spot overall, the idea of a supply depot anywhere here is cool to spot, but it's right up against the edge. So he'd spot anything going across there. Which is very, very cool to see. And overall, you know, with his natural whir in a way, it was here a little bit quicker than Deemo's was. So, Schnitzel looking good so far in this game. Playing it slow himself, but playing it fine.
He's got a decent worker supply advantage as well, 37 to 31, and with that third CC down a little bit earlier, he is going to be able to pump it down quicker. Note the third CC has been seen by Deemo, although Schnitzel hasn't scanned the main base as of yet to be aware of that.
And that scan at the front revealing that there was only that one siege tank has now prompted him to move out a little bit, which with the Raven does have quite a bit of energy on it. Where's the other Raven? Where is it?
Oh, Deemo. He doesn't have that mine burrowed at the Watchtower. That's a dead mine.
Oh, did it die over there?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. There's a little bit of energy on here. It's all about the Viking number that should be able to keep Deemo alive here. So Schnitzel has to be very careful about this, to be honest with you. Doesn't want to be losing his Raven without losing with its online its energy going. Ooh, so close.
That was really close. 14 HP remaining on that Raven.
Shot. Just one shot.
Can he get it? Ooh, Seeker missile.
Haha, cheeky.
The Marine sacrificing himself for his buddies.
If he'd have got that Raven, that would have been so sick. Go on, just do it. Just poke.
Nudging.
Poke.
Oh, there's
like,
the scan.
Yeah, he really wants to. Really wants to. He has the vision. Oh, hey!
Good pick off.
All the energy on that Raven gone to waste.
The Raven did nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah, and that means, you know, he realizes that there is the area advantage, and he's going to have a little bit of a more difficult time there, being able to really do anything at the front. So, take your third base behind that. He had technically way more map vision than his opponent, so why not in the end? It's okay.
Bear in mind that Schnitzel is still up in the work account, 52 to 45. That is going to give him a decent income advantage, especially once this third CC gets down and lands. Vikings and Raven out for a little hunt. Remember, Deemo had a lot of success with that up against Poke Bunny.
So for now, Deemo can set himself up pretty nicely behind all of this in terms of a defensive posture, but he has to catch up. He has to have that third base go down on spot pretty darn soon. He is going to fly that over there now, but Schnitzel is doing exactly what Drunker Boy was doing in the previous couple of games that we've been seeing, just spreading Marines out everywhere, making sure that he keeps good tabs and good eyes on anything that's going to be moving across the map. And then from there on out, behind all of this, powering up with his strength. I mean, look at this. He's ahead in terms of upgrades. He's going to have a second engineering bay a little bit quicker. And, ooh, if he establishes a position underneath this third base, that could be really cool for him. But
I'm not sure if he can. There is a decent tank count out actually for Deemo. Deemo is up in the army supply overall. But remember, some of that's tied up in those Vikings.
Doom, da-doom, doom, doom. Uh-oh.
Marine sees it. Vikings, go intercept. Go, Viking, go!
Oh, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. He has to stim up and get all of his army there. And, he needs to pull out. There's no way he can be doing that anymore. Losing a medevac? No, not even. Oh, okay. That was the best recovery for a failed Doom drop that I've seen in a while. So knew not to overextend, knew that it wasn't going to work out. But if it did, if that one Marine wasn't there, then that could have caused a lot of problems. He'd have been on top of the production facilities.
Yep. There was a tank now staying in position there for Deemo. A couple of tanks sieging up. Schnitzel!
I don't like it from Schnitzel. I really don't like it. I don't think he needs to overextend here. And this is going to give Deemo a little bit of an opportunity to clean up the majority of his opponent's army, with Hunt Seeker Missile actually going to land on top of this siege tank and even kill off a medevac in the end as well. That was brilliant for Deemo. Schnitzel did not have to do that.
No, Schnitzel just lost a heck of a lot, actually. A lot of siege tanks went down there. Overall resources lost. Nearly 5,000 down for Schnitzel for 2.5 of Deemo.
He didn't have to do that. I don't... Nah. Oh, well. I think he felt that his opponent may have been out of position.
Another medevac went down.
Yeah, and even focusing down that siege tank, making it a bit harder to retreat out with those Marines and then get back to the safety of your siege tanks. But I think he probably felt that his opponent's army was in the middle, in the middle of his main, like waiting for the anticipated potential drop again, and then thinking that going up to the natural was probably the best idea because maybe the entire army wasn't there. But Deemo had reacted well, he'd repositioned himself well to be able to greet the army just at the right time. So Schnitzel ran into a complete brick wall.
Deemo's up by about 12 supply at the moment, but he's most importantly leveled out this work account and the income. So he's sitting on a good economic footing. I wouldn't necessarily say this has put Deemo ahead by a large amount. He does have a slightly greater tank count at the moment, but needs to not take trades like that.
Yeah. Scan after scan, just seeing what was going on here, and even positioned a Marine over on this fourth base just to make sure that's not going to be, well, technically it'll be a fifth base, I guess, just to make sure that nothing too crazy is going on. But a push forwards here. There were Marines to reinforce that at the very, very back, and they did push that away. Deemo, once again, this patient style that he has over Schnitzel, who is being really, really aggressive, it's paying dividends here for Deemo.
It really is. He's just sitting in a nice spot, and if you look at the supplies, that just tells such a story. He's up by about 30 army supply at the moment. It's still edging on 4. The tank count is in a good position. Needs to be careful. That was a better first volley coming out actually from Schnitzel there.
Yeah, got some minor Marine on that right-hand side. And it's really all about if medevacs can do anything in terms of the spotting, because overall, again, Deemo is just playing this out better. He's playing out more patiently. He now has an economical advantage. He now has the presence on the map compared to Schnitzel, who's really up against it. Deemo's playing really well.
The tank count is in advantage for Deemo. He's actually got double the tanks currently on the field. He's also taking a 4th command center now, as though is Schnitzel. But Schnitzel is going to have to be a lot more careful in order to take any engagement, to be honest.
Yeah, at least he has these tanks up here on that third. That's the important part. Because if that was shut down, then there's already units on this upper side here that maybe might be able to get some workers, but no.
This is so smart. Schnitzel actually taking 3 medevacs over on the right-hand side. Sorry, left-hand side.
Yeah.
But this weakens his army where he's already down in supply by a lot. Loses another medevac. That is just so bold.
This, yeah, it has to do something.
What's back at home? Okay, for Deemo, he has 2 tanks and a handful of Marines at the moment.
I think the siege tank line keeps him pretty defended, but if he just pokes forward slowly with this and does the damage, then it should be fine. He does see this as well. He sees this on the low ground, so he should be able to siege up and prepare. There's already 1 siege tank sieged up, and he already sees it. So is it really going to do anything before I might have to just
Oh, there's
go
a drop
back.
coming down as well now for Deemo. He's in a really nice position in this 4th base. 2 tanks are in a great spot. Just chipping away at some of these Marines, a lot out of position. Deemo's also taking the fight up against this triple medevac drop. Going to be trying to force that away. The medevacs will be able to hightail it out of there. But all in all, another very cost-efficient trade coming down for Deemo.
If he, because he's shepherding away these medevacs now and actually going on a lot of command centers.
Where are the Vikings? Here they come.
Yeah, they're on the way. I just don't see the need for him to... Deemo to go. It's almost as if Schnitzel has to break out, and if he doesn't break out of this right here, right now, he's going to be in a really terrible spot, because Deemo behind all of this, with the command centers on the way. Why are the Marines coming down from the back? I guess he thinks it's going to get broken, doesn't want to be trading anything else away, but at least Schnitzel breaks out, but it wasn't really cost efficiently. He had to do that.
Yep, he had to go for it. His 4th base had already taken damage. Deemo is up 72 workers to 69, and about nearly 40 army supply up. But here's the follow-up.
Sees these siege tanks are unsieged, and he's just going to be going for it. 100 army supply against 56. But in the end, that siege up is going to be okay. Whoop. Okay, trades away a lot of Marines there. And he's trying to seize the opportunity here on this left-hand side if he can get this spot. But the pursuit from those Marines was very good there by Schnitzel to focus down some of the siege tanks. But it might not be enough because the siege tanks for now are under threat here. And those going down means GG. Schnitzel loses game number 1 to Deemo there. And Deemo played the more patient game out. Those trades at the beginning, the attempt to doom drop into that trade at the 3rd base was really, for me, the turning point as Deemo just kind of plowed ahead into the middle of the map.
I think the big thing there was, just as we saw in Deemo's 2nd game up against Poke Bunny, is he got a little bit ahead early on. Well, actually, didn't even get massively ahead early on, but he just took very, very smart trades going through. He didn't get too greedy when he did get ahead. And Schnitzel just got contained in a very awkward position. So that's 1 game up for Deemo. If he wins this next game, he will advance on into stage number 2, which is on the 11th of November. Do you reckon he can do it, Kalaris?
Yeah, after watching that game. I don't know what the next map is going to be. We'll find out in just a second, as we're not part of the vetoing process during all of this. But merry-go-round.
I've just realized you've got a bit of glitter on your face, Kalaris.
Do I really?
Like right there.
Do I? I don't know if you can even see it.
It's like camera. 1 bit of glitter. Just 1 little bit. You can't see it on camera.
Oh, okay.
It just glinted to me.
That's pretty awesome.
Hair and makeup for Kalaris.
I guess on the way here, because it's obviously Halloween here, suggested that I invite Deemo. Okay, then I shall invite Deemo.
Could you invite me as well?
Add player, Deemo, and you.
Thank you very much.
Close. Blah, blah, blah.
Merry-go-round. It's going to be our
no match
2nd
history.
map.
Yeah. I'm making sure everything's okay. Good to go.
Yeah, we're going to be going into merry-go-round here. And, of course, Deemo, if he wins this, does advance on into stage number 2. Importantly for Schnitzel, even if he doesn't win this, there is still, of course, 1 final stage 1 cup to go into the Americas stage 2 qualifier. That'll be going on the 4th of November, or the 3rd if you're in America. It's very confusing for us because it starts at like 1 a.m. our time.
No, it's the 3rd if you're in America and the 4th if you're here, because we start at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So
it's our latest broadcast.
Yeah, it's unless I was told that the page might have screwed up and we might just start at midnight anyway. Not 100% sure because the cup page says different to the Team Liquid thread that one of our admins insists, right? So anyway, let's get into game number 2 now. Could be the final game of the night here from our ESL TV broadcasters. We have spawning up to the top left-hand corner as our blue Terran, currently 1 game down. It is Schnitzel. And down to the south, showing some TvT mastery, really pulling out all the stops and playing a very cool defensive game. It is Deemo.
I'm also really glad, by the way, that during that first game, a couple of people tweeted at me with suggestions for dog names that I was confusing with Schnitzel. So I'm definitely not crazy.
Oh, okay.
I like that. That's really made me happy.
That's fine. I can accept that. But Schnitzel's still really nice, so I do recommend you get some.
If you find me somewhere I can buy Schnitzel over the weekend, I will go for it. Because I literally have... It's the one downside of being here, is I have nothing to do over the weekend. I don't even have any internet to watch WCS. So if you are in Cologne and would like to spend some time with me, go for it.
I think... I wonder if Kölner Bar is doing a Barcraft for WCS. I'm not sure. You could check that. But maybe they are. Maybe they are. Anyway, overall, I'm favouring Deemo after watching that first game, even on a smaller map. He really played that out nicely.
He played it out beautifully. Just patient, precise, strategic, and all the things you want in a TvT game. So, looking nice for him. He's also getting a much later gas than that of Schnitzel. Schnitzel going to be opening the same as he did in game number 1. Deemo is also opening the same as he did in game number 1, actually. I believe.
I want to see ultimately what Deemo wants to go for. He's trying to get out with this SCV. I don't want to be locked in, but unfortunately you will be. So he's going to have to harass the SCV for now. Didn't decide to pull off a second SCV down here. He's pretty confident that this is going to stay alive.
Oh, that was a really smart move.
Oh, that's funny. All right, then. The tables have turned. Oh.
I feel bad for that SCV now. He tried so hard. Anyway, Factory coming on down now for Schnitzel. Factory just starting up for Deemo. It'll be interesting to see what kind of composition Deemo goes for in this game. Any predictions?
Well, Schnitzel can happily go for Banshee if he really wants to, depending on if he wants to take the second gas, which I'm assuming you will do. We'll find out in a bit. It can be difficult sometimes on this map because of how much airspace you lack. But Deemo also has the opportunity to go for something similar. But again, I wouldn't mind if he just went for a Raven overall.
It would work out really well, especially in these spawn positions, because it is quite likely that he'll be up against a Banshee or potentially some drops. And Deemo has had huge amounts of success with the Raven and 2-3 Banshee Viking opening. It just works really solid for him. So I'd like to see that as well.
And then Schnitzel might be grabbing himself a Medivac here very soon and just trying to go for the Hellion drop with Marines, or Marine drop with Hellions even. Regardless of what he wants to do, he was a little bit supply blocked there for a second up until that supply depot finished off, so it was a little bit of a bump in his build, but overall, any Hellion at the front isn't really going to get a whole lot done because...
I really like this from Deemo.
Yeah, it's nice.
I really like it.
Yeah. It just means his SCVs, as I said before, can be a bit more cost efficient with how they're placing their supply depots and getting back to the mineral line. But again, this Hellion up to the top right hasn't really even seen where he spawned just yet, so any information he would like to get isn't really going to be there. And there is the Raven for Deemo, which will technically help a little bit later on, just no Banshee on the way just yet anyway.
This is still going to be a little bit scary, of course, with this play coming on through. With the Widow Mine, though, for Deemo, he should be all right in stopping this, to be honest. As long as he's prepared, he's got the Marines in a good position to trap anything that comes on through. The Widow Mine is going to burrow on up on that ramp. Second one is trying to be produced, but a small little supply bump for Deemo here is quite annoying.
And he doesn't see anything near the ramp as well. So not only does he not know that there's a wall there, but he doesn't know that the Widow Mine produced. Which means that it could get a bit sticky if he tries to run up that ramp. But the Medivac is actually a really cool idea first if he goes up. Oh, he's going to shepherd everything up there. Oh, elevator everything up there. But he's already greeted by this army. And that auto turret did soak up a lot of damage. But in the end, this is quite a strong force itself. And if he gets on top of the production facilities... this could turn really, really bad. Unfortunately,
that mine is actually trapped outside. That's causing quite a few problems here. A Banshee trying to come on through now for Deemo as well. He's backing away this infantry, trying to get into a safer spot. But yeah, as you said, this is rather awkward.
Yeah, Schnitzel chose a really, really good build. And is trying to bait out shots from that Widow Mine by the looks of things there, but doesn't get them just yet. Second Widow Mine is there.
A couple of workers are being picked off. That second Widow Mine does catch Schnitzel off guard slightly. The Banshee about to pop out as well. One Hellion coming through here now, but there's the Viking.
Yeah, and that Viking causes a lot of problems as well. He should actually pull the Marines back probably and try and keep them alive while the Viking does the work. But in the end, will fall. And here's what you do at this point as Schnitzel. You land the Viking, then you pick it up with the medevac and you boost away. Sickest play. Do it. Do it. Oh, damn it. Please. Please, medevac. Please. No! Don't ruin my dreams. Oh.
I'm sorry, Claris. I'm sorry that didn't happen for you.
It was half there.
It was nearly. Anyway,
Okay.
this is quite a big deficit for Deemo to try and catch up from. The one advantage for him, actually no, scrap that. He doesn't have his second orbit command done, and Schnitzel does. So, yeah, this is a big deficit for Deemo to catch up from.
Yeah, what's he at? He's 19 workers, 31. He's got another Raven on the way, actually, fully enough, after losing that first one, realizing that, well, I do like Ravens. Ravens
Oh no,
are cool.
this is a little poke at the front. Eat the Hellions have to run away.
It's gonna be kind of difficult if he starts another bang. If he keeps going with the siege tank production very, very quickly to keep up. But this Banshee has a lot of room to make up. A lot of room. It's already been pushed away after getting what? 1 kill. Yeah. Not very good.
He's down by like 11 workers.
Yep, and that's big. That's a big, big gap in a mirror matchup like this.
Especially at this stage as well. It's very substantial. Ooh, runaway Hellions. Clever Hellions, well done. The Banshee finally going to get killed up in that top position. The Viking chasing it. Viking is going to kill it, chasing it down. So yeah, that Banshee not really being too successful, but it was a necessity just in order to not die when, of course, the elevator play came down from Schnitzel.
Widowmine's being pretty aggressive at the front. No Raven is in the arsenal here of Schnitzel, so this is Deemo's opportunity to get good shots off on the Marines once they try and move across, because he's anticipating that with the siege tanks already being here and him being behind in siege tanks. But they're not going to cross paths by the looks of things. Oof, that was really, really close there. But I think he may have seen that entire lift up, and that's a lot of pressure. Schnitzel is so aggressive in this matchup.
Even with that lift up, though, like even seeing it, can he stop it?
If the Marines were really well positioned, but right now they're not. He'd need to have been on the very edge and just deny it from being ever dropped in, but those 2 siege tanks cause a huge, huge problem here for him. That being said, the Deemo had 2, but one of them goes really, really far forwards and gets sniped out by the Marines pretty well there by Schnitzel, and his lead just became a very, very big lead.
Yeah, he's also moving in with more reinforcements across. Additional ICVs getting picked off here by Schnitzel, who's doing a fantastic job. Deemo is looking to be struggling in this second game. Just the opening was incredibly powerful for Schnitzel. He got himself a huge economic lead. It's now 18 workers to 49 Polaris.
Yeah, looking rough here for Deemo in game number 2. Again, it really comes back to the fact that, you know, smaller maps, different openers really didn't kind of work in the favor here of Deemo. But the choices by Schnitzel have just been really, really good. Do whatever he wants at this point, really. His army's going to be screwed.
The Marines are trying to go for that orbital. They need to focus on that tank that came across. A couple of SCVs could also get picked off. It was a bit of focus fire, but 51 SCVs for Schnitzel to 14. GG.
Yeah.
Schnitzel takes game number 2.
It didn't even have stim during all of that as well.
Nope.
Like, the fact that Schnitzel just had so many advantages in that game. So really well played there by Schnitzel, tying it up, which means we go to one more game to find out who moves on to stage 2.
So, the 8th game, one we haven't actually been blessed with very often in these America qualifiers.
Yeah,
mainly it's been 2-0 victories throughout, so it's going to be good to see how these two fare. We had a very long game number 1, a very quick game number 2. Map number 3, don't know what that is as of yet. Would love to know your thoughts at home as to what you think is going to be happening. Of course, you can join the conversation, hashtag IEM on Twitter. Also, if you do want to see potentially these players, or one of them at least who gets through to stage 2, live in action, you can get tickets for Intel Extreme Masters San Jose, and Kalaris is going to tell you how.
Yep, just go to intelextrememasters.com, and at the top of the page it says, get your San Jose tickets here, and then follow the instructions from that little link onwards, and you can join us in San Jose. where we have a lovely stage in the arena where the Sharks play. And it's going to be a blast. I am looking forward to it because casting StarCraft in arenas is pretty awesome.
I imagine it is pretty awesome. I've never had the chance. I had to miss my chance for G3.
I've done it a few times. Done it a few times now.
Do you have a favorite arena that you've been to yet?
Sweden.
We do have a game in
Globe
by the
was
way.
really good. Globe was good in Sweden, but then Katowice is just Katowice. It's great. We've been there twice now. Going to be hopefully going back. I think we are already.
Yeah, it's on the tour.
Yeah, and then it's like they've already said that they're going to like support events from
Yep.
to 2019 because Katowice is the most awesome like little city in the world. So there you go. All right.
Catalina is going to be our final map of the night. So it comes down to this: Deemo versus Schnitzel. One advances to stage 2, one eliminated at the final hurdle. Of course, there is the 4th America's Cup on the 4th of November / 3rd of November if you're in America. So whoever loses here will be able to enter that for another opportunity to potentially get into stage number 2. But as the countdown beeps away happily in the background.
Deemo. Doom drops are so dumb. Wow.
I don't think a Doom drop could even count when you're that far ahead.
That was a pretty good lead, and he was just solidifying it in the end. Let's get into it. Game number 3, the final game of the night, as we have spawning to the left-hand side as our green Terran. It is Deemo winning game number 1, but winning game number 2, tying up the series as our red Terran. It is Schnitzel. I really want some Schnitzel, but I think everything's closed tomorrow because it's a holiday, now that I think about it.
Is it genuinely a holiday?
I've just remembered this, so now I'm telling you it.
I like the way you're smiling at me as well. You're just like, ha, I told you on Sunday everything's closed in Cologne, but guess what? Everything's closed tomorrow as well.
Dude, that dawned on me like just now, and it's so funny because I've been like telling you all this information, like, yeah, just, you know, go here, and like, well, this is what you need to do for things, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a holiday tomorrow, whoopsie daisy.
Does that mean even touristy things are going to be shut as well?
I don't know, maybe. Timo, it is a holiday, right, tomorrow? Yeah,
Oh,
it is a holiday.
Goodness.
Germany has a lot of holidays, man. Honestly, like, it's so funny at the start of the year where you get into the office, in a German office, and then there's been moments where I just turn up in the office and no one's here, and I'm like, wait a minute, did nobody tell me it's obscure holiday number 54? And yeah, nobody's there. So I'm just like, well, okay, then, cool story.
I'm going to reiterate my offer from the previous game that if anyone is in Cologne and would like to spend a romantic day with a StarCraft 2 caster, I enjoy long walks along the Rhine.
Well, actually, walks along the Rhine aren't too bad. I'll give you that. So
By long walks, I mean I walk 10 minutes up from the hotel to go to the gym and then back again.
that's all right.
Sometimes over the bridge.
Yeah.
To come to the office, that's about it. But anyway, double barracks
For both of them?
for both of them.
Jesus Christ.
Please,
Okay, they really like Reapers. This is gonna be
please. If
Reaper.
this is double Reaper on both sides, this makes me so happy, Kalaris.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I genuinely am excited about this because of the funky stuff that can come from this.
A
Like,
reactor being made by one of them, though. Deemo. Oh. Uh-oh. All right. If this plays out how it kind of is gonna, then he invested into the reactor. Like, okay, so he even sees the double barracks. So if he went on this with this on a limb. So if he starts making 3 Reapers at a time instead of 2, then, oh my jeeba Jews, that's like crazy. That's actually crazy. Because he didn't send out a scouting SCV either to see this, so...
oh, he sees the Reaper come down as well. Okay. Now all you've got to do is keep the Reapers back at home.
Wait,
Wait.
what? He's playing this really greedy. Because he's getting a second reactor. So he's going to try and make 4 Reapers at a time? Well, this is a cool way to kind of end this series. But everything's going to be seen. Oof. All right.
What does Schnitzel do? Schnitzel needs to make Marines.
I actually don't know what you do in this situation. You add on another barracks and keep your Reaper production going. Yeah, okay, that's the best way. Yeah, I like that. I do like that.
Please, Kalaris, let this last series be Mass Reaper on Mass Reaper.
It
Please
actually
let that
is
happen.
gonna be. It's actually gonna be to decide this. Is this like a gentlemanly agreement just to make Reapers and Reapers and Reapers?
We will have the greatest
in the
micro
hell?
fight ever.
Well, that or the worst.
Yeah.
Just. Jesus. I was not expecting this. I mean, for Catalina, the double barracks thing is legit because of how much room you have to jump up and down. But the fact that Deemo opted to be risky and get a reactor first, and he will have 4 Reapers on the way at any time, that's kind of cool.
Schnitzel is still up in the Reaper count, though.
Why is he getting a tech lab?
Oh, no, he gets
he's
down
getting
a
a
Marauder.
Marauder. Oh, for the defensive purposes, that is super sick. All right, okay, I like it. Go away. You don't want to be going there just yet. But he'll be at 6 against 5. It's up to that Marauder.
Yeah, but the Marauder is going to be so potent, especially with Concussive Shell.
Yeah. One Reaper's already dead.
But there's the Marauder.
Okay, a lot of SCVs get pulled. He realizes that it's a big deal here. Another Reaper for Reaper. But the problem arises when 4 more Reapers join this. And it's going to be like 8 Reapers against 4 plus a Marauder and a few Marines. If he gets volleys off and then just retreats back and keeps healing up, mass Reapers here.
But that's where the Concussive Shell helps.
But I think he could just kind of destroy this force. Look, I mean, he's using the high ground as the opportunity. Needs to pull back. Doesn't want to lose these Reapers, though. Jeez.
3 Reapers died on both sides, but 1 Marine died for Schnitzel as well.
I'll be honest, I really haven't cast this situation too much, so I'm just kind of going on the fly here. I think with a Marauder second one, he should be
The second Marauder, 2 Concussive Shells as well, means the retreat away and the poke and prod damage doesn't work as nicely. Add in the fact the Marines are actually getting to a decent volume now as well. Starts making it really, really hard for Deemo. Deemo behind this is still just pumping out Reapers. He's up to 11 Reapers, Kalaris. 11!
Yeah, yeah. I haven't really seen this many in a long time in a pro-level game. And, well, needs to run away there.
Do you remember those good old days, back in Wings of Liberty, when they had charges, satchel charges?
Yeah,
Mass Reapers would just like come in and just annihilate a base.
I did that in team games a lot.
Yeah.
Because it was super fun. Not so much in 1v1. He just keeps making Reapers. How many Reapers is going to overwhelm this?
I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know. I think a lot. Like, there's now 3 Marauders, and Marauder production is continuing. Concussive Shell is so important here.
Like, genuine, just standard bio against this is... If he's playing defensive, it's going to win. But overall, this Reaper production is technically keeping Schnitzel very contained. So that is something to consider during this. He's going for double faction behind this as well. All right, this fight's going to happen because these Reapers are pretty much sealed in. And that was a lot of Reapers killed.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
That was, well, 9 Reapers have died so far. Look at them all go bounding through. They should be able to get these Reapers to the front pretty easily. But it's a Concussive Shell. That's the
high
problem.
ground. Ooh, okay, wait. High ground vision. Can't go up there.
How many Reapers does it take to one-shot a Marauder?
Maybe the 14? Maybe something like that. I mean...
Was that a complete guesstimate?
Yeah, of course. All right, anyway.
Counterattack. That could genuinely work.
This could actually just... Uh-oh. Well, we're going to end up in a really funky situation here if he goes up there and just... No, don't kill supply depots. He's got plenty of supply depots. No, don't do that. Just go up and kill the Marines.
Meanwhile, Schnitzel's pushing in towards the natural base as well.
I want to watch the Reapers. Screw that force. No!
No, Reapers, don't run away. You could have done that. You easily could have done that.
Oh, this is going to end up weird. This is ending up weird. Ah, weird. Okay, well...
Deemo's losing a lot of workers here.
But look at that. He's lost...
If the Marauders die, though... and they are going to.
Reapers, why are you even coming back? You don't need to be here. You could just keep trying to find some openings, but it's only Marines, so I don't think he will.
There's not enough Marines. There's equal numbers of Reapers and Marines. The Reapers win that fight.
What's funny is that eventually, somehow, someway, these Reapers, this kind of wolf pack of Reapers, is going to find its way in there and actually rip apart a mineral line if he finds an opening, and I think he might, because I don't think he can actually see on that very edge. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
you can go for the Marines. Look at the
fight. Oh, no.
There they go. Look at the Reapers go. That was a slaughter.
How much armor does he have left? He has only 11 Marines.
Oh, no, he could get stim and combat shield, rather. That would actually be really important. No, take the fight.
Yeah, they were stimmed. I mean, I kind of understand why he runs away. 41 arm supply to 19.
This is so weird.
Look how many Marines he's making behind this. Look at it. Look at it. Get the... Ah!
He's found an opening. Look at the... Oh, the SUVs are getting slaughtered.
This is actually going to work. Oh, no, wait. He needs to...
Just go for the main. Go for it.
Sticky.
Just go for it. Hope for the best.
Yeah, this is now a suicide squad almost. Well, no, actually, he finds his way out through the courtyard of barracks.
He's killed off quite a few workers, actually, now.
Yeah, he's doing really good with this. It's 32 workers to 32, but in the end, what's really important behind this is that he's making like 8 Marines at a time, and eventually he will just stim and crash across the map once he has stim. Oh god, the Reapers are going back in. Oh god.
There's nothing there. They're gonna.
Yeah, the Reaper, man.
There's still enough Reapers to one-shot workers as they come out.
Yeah.
Or one volley. It's 6 Reapers.
Well, these 2 medevacs might get themselves a really nasty surprise because stim is, well, not just finished just yet. These Reapers actually just killed the creating barracks. That happened.
Oh no, take
oh no! Oh, if he gets stim.
Oh no!
Okay, that was sick. That was sick. That's an opportunity here for Schnitzel to kind of keep himself in this, considering that there is a lot of Marines here. But he actually loses a ton of Marines himself. I think he loses medevac as well. Pushes those Reapers away. The Marines, without stim here, he cut the legs off these Marines. He really did cut the legs off them.
And stim was like so nearly done as well.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, if that had been protected and Deemo would have just piled across with stim from then on with his far superior Marine count at that point.
I just don't know what to believe anymore, Claris. I don't know.
How much can you get done, Reapers?
They've done quite a bit anyway.
41 to 37 in favor of
Schnitzel.
Oh, catch some Marines on the way out.
Ooh, be careful there, Reapers.
I love that he's keeping them alive because the threat of 6 Reapers jumping in and trying to get to the mineral line is truly a real threat. It's very,
That's exactly what they're
scary.
going to be looking to do. Just going to jump. Oh no, there's a siege tank coming for Schnitzel.
Yeah, that kind of. I'm not sure Reapers fare too well against one siege tank. And here we go again. If he finds stim somehow, but that's not going to be the case.
Such a long way off. Losing stim was disastrous for Deemo. In come the Reapers though.
That's what I wanted to see. I don't care about the medevacs on the left-hand side when we watch some Reapers shoot things.
So many Reapers. They're having a field day. Look at them go.
It's got a lot of workers, and Deemo has now got 47 Marines against 13. If he pushed across the map, even without stim right now, he would probably kill Schnitzel.
And he has a tank against 1 tank of Schnitzel. So the tank count is level. This is so weird. This game is so freaky. Oh, siege tank.
Oh, well.
3 of the Reapers died.
Is it time? Is it time, Deemo? I don't think he realizes how far he is ahead in terms of the army supply.
Stim is nearly done. Bear in mind, Deemo also has +1 for those Marines. So when he has stim...
He really wants those killed. Oh, my God.
He's like, these darn Reapers, they've been such an irritation for me in this early game.
This army could just push and kill. Schnitzel supply blocked. Ah, no.
Schnitzel!
Drop supply right now. Yeah,
Schnitzel.
I think he did, but then he needs to do it again.
Oh, goodness, Schnitzel. Oh, goodness, Deemo. Deemo is about to have stim. It's a couple of seconds away. This is the moment he's been waiting for. 5 seconds until stim for Deemo, and Schnitzel is down by a huge number of workers.
Oh,
It's
and his siege tank's way out of position. Uh-oh. Well, his siege tank was way out of position. This third base is going to melt if he wants to focus it down. And Schnitzel has so much in the bank. He's supply blocked for so long. Everything has crumbled here in this game for Schnitzel off the back of a very strange opening, a very strange beginning, and now he sees nothing else but Doom Drop. Schnitzel, Deemo, where are you going? Just go.
Why are you going to the top right? There's nothing up there for you. The 2 tanks are here. Okay. There's a good number of Marines here. The siege tank does get in position for Schnitzel. It's not going to get focused down, but the tanks are there. The reinforcements are so quickly. I don't think there's enough for Schnitzel.
No, not at all. Not at all. Schnitzel's been shut down. And unfortunately for him,
Those
Deemo...
2 Reapers coming back for more hero moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really rough now for Schnitzel. He's down in workers. He's down in upgrades. He's down in numbers.
I mean, to be fair, Deemo can play this out safe and standard, but with the army supply he has, with the advantage he has, with the fact that he killed off that command center, he sees a little bit of this army on the right-hand side, and one Marine decides to stim and...
Deemo has 1-1 as well for this, and he's so far ahead in the Marine numbers. Yes, there's like 3 tanks there, but...
Yeah, 1-1's a big deal.
He can go. If he goes now, just stim in. Stim in, go for the tanks.
Yeah, this is the last hurrah. Deemo with superior numbers, superior forces, will be able to stim for the win. GG. Deemo advances on to stage number 2. And that was a weird TvT to start things off, but it played cool.
How you go like 14 Reapers as an opening off of double reactor barracks? Like, I just don't know. I haven't seen that ever, I don't think.
Really cool stuff in the end.
That was a really nice way to end the evening, actually.
Yeah, it was.
It's left me with a smile on my face, and I hope it's left everyone at home with a smile on their face.
So that means now we have Deemo moving on to stage number 2, along with people like Petraeus and who was going on from yesterday. We had Massa in the first one as well.
I'm gonna look. My computer's trying to desperately do it. Come on, computer. There we go. Okay, so we have Petraeus, Mooskills, Massa, and Bales from the Open Cup so far. Of course, they'll be joining, obviously, Deemo and whoever got through on the other side. Do we know who the other side is yet? Intense versus Toads Camps, but we don't know the winner of that. They're joining on 8 invited players for Stage 2. That's Huck, Puck, Major QXE, Hendrilisk, Violet, Scarlet, and Suppy. They will be battling it out in Stage number 2 for 3 spots, which includes travel and also your hotel for Intel Extreme Masters San Jose on the 11th of November. But before then, we do have one final America's Cup, the 4th one. That's going to be going on the 3rd of November. So Monday night if you are in America, or very, very early on Tuesday morning if you are here in Europe.
That's true. And overall, that means we have a little bit of a hiatus for a few days, but then we will be back. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow, obviously, for the WCS round of 16. That's where everything kicks off for BlizzCon, as we have a load of casters over there. Flo's going to be observing, etc. And then when it comes onto the round of 8 onwards, people like myself are going to be flying out to BlizzCon to be able to do things. People like Moonglade and Todd, etc. will be there. So don't forget, tomorrow, round of 16, WCS, Grand Finals. Tune in for that. It's bye for us for now. We'll see you on the 3rd of November, 4th of November for the final Stage 1 Cup.